The evolution of transformations in Dragon Ball is a topic that's got fans scratching their heads. Remember when just the mention of a Super Saiyan transformation sent shivers down our spines? Ascended Super Saiyan, Ultra Super Saiyan, full-powered Super Saiyan, and Gohan's ultimate form. All of these had us on the edge of our seats. And let's not forget the epic moments like Majin Vegeta's Super Saiyan 2, Goku and Gotenks rocking Super Saiyan 3, and Gohan ascending to Ultimate Gohan status. But then came the God transformations, Super Saiyan God and Super Saiyan Blue. They were supposed to take things to a whole new level, but with Dragon Ball Super, it feels like the transformations have lost their punch. In this video, we're diving deep into why all of the Dragon Ball Super transformations are an issue. It's time to dissect what went wrong and how the franchise can get back on track. Stay tuned for all the details. Transformations have always been a cornerstone of the Dragon Ball saga, shaping some of its most iconic moments. From the earliest days with the Great Ape transformation to Piccolo's towering form, and even Roshi's unleashed power, the series has been no stranger to epic changes. But it was when Saiyans entered the scene that things truly escalated. Sure, it didn't happen overnight. The concept of Saiyans was introduced in the Saiyan saga, but transformations took a while to hit their stride. We saw Vegeta and Gohan go Great Ape, and Goku dabbled in Kaioken, though that's open to anyone. Yet, as the story shifted to Namek, Saiyan transformations remained elusive. That is until the showdown with Frieza. Now, what about Zarbon and Frieza? Background characters like Zarbon got in on the action, while Frieza himself unveiled a jaw-dropping 4 forms. And then, enter Goku. But before Goku's legendary clash with Frieza, there was Vegeta, brimming with confidence in his supposed Super Saiyan status, a game-changer that would redefine everything. Toriyama kept us on our toes, dropping hints about Super Saiyans through Goku and Vegeta, only to truly unleash the power when Goku faced off against Frieza. From there, it was like a floodgate had burst open, revealing a new era for Dragon Ball, a constant pursuit of greater power. As the Z fighters confronted the android threat, the regular Super Saiyan form remained their best bet. But with androids 17 and 18 handing out beatdowns and Cell entering the fray, it was clear that a new level of strength was needed. Enter the hyperbolic time chamber, where 4 Saiyans pushed themselves to the limit, emerging stronger but still stuck at Super Saiyan. Sure, we saw Grade 2, Grade 3, even Grade 4, but none of these tweaks truly felt like a leap forward. None, that is, until Gohan stepped up against Cell. Goku knew it had to be him. The other Saiyans just couldn't reach that next level. And when Gohan's power surged, it was unmistakable. That crackling aura, that intense lightning, everything about him screamed, new form. Back then, we called it Super Saiyan Grade 5, but we know it now as Super Saiyan 2. At this point in the story, the Saiyan transformations felt right. Each grade brought its own advantages, and the journey to strength felt like a gradual climb. Super Saiyan 3 brings its own set of challenges to the table, starting with its impracticality. Sure, Goku and Gotenks have pulled it off, but it's not a form you can sustain for long periods. That wouldn't be such a big deal if the form actually delivered results, but against Fat Buu, Super Buu, and Kid Buu, it's come up short every time. Toriyama's quick fix for this? Fusion, which, let's be honest, didn't quite hit the mark either. But the real head-scratcher with Super Saiyan 3? How the heck do you even achieve it? Goku never showed us his training regimen for it. Sure, you could argue that Goku's got a deep understanding of Saiyan biology, especially considering how he schooled Gohan on the different grades. And with a little help from King Kai and a bit of afterlife experience, maybe you could make a case for Goku mastering it. But 2 kids like Goten and Trunks? No, that's a tough sell. And don't even get me started on how they went Super Saiyan at such a young age. That's a whole can of worms right there. The thing is, Super Saiyan 3 just doesn't feel like a natural step up from Super Saiyan 2 the way Super Saiyan 2 did from the original form. Maybe that's why you don't see it much in the modern Dragon Ball landscape. By the end of Dragon Ball Z, we'd seen a whole slew of transformations, with the villains boasting 14 different forms compared to the Saiyan 7. So yeah, Super Saiyan 3 might have been a bit overkill, but at least the Saiyans had half as many transformations as their foes. But remember when I said Goku opening the floodgates with his Super Saiyan debut? Well, when Battle of Gods rolled around, things took a turn. And it's not because Super Saiyan God was a dud. Super Saiyan God marked a refreshing new direction for Goku's growth, offering a more nuanced path to strength, one that I personally consider one of the franchise's finest additions. But then came Dragon Ball Super, and with it, a whirlwind of new forms that left heads spinning. First up, we had Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan. Yeah, the name alone is a mouthful, and getting 2 new forms in just 2 movies felt like way too much, especially considering the massive power gap between them. Super Saiyan Rosé? I mean, really? Pink hair? It felt more like a fashion statement than a fearsome transformation. And don't even get me started on Super Saiyan Blue. It just didn't have that same punch, especially when Goku and Vegeta started tossing it around like it was no big deal. But wait, there's more. Future Trunks jumped on the new form bandwagon too, and then the Universal Survival Arc dropped a whole slew of transformations, with Ultra Instinct stealing the spotlight. Now, don't get me wrong, the concept of Ultra Instinct is hands one of the best transformations or techniques in all of Dragon Ball. But the way it's been handled, talk about frustrating, from mastering it in the blink of an eye to not being able to maintain it. And don't even get me started on projecting the Susanoo while in the form. And let's not forget about Vegeta, who after cycling through 2 or 3 variations of Super Saiyan Blue, suddenly busts out Ultra Ego. A pretty cool move, I'll admit. But it didn't stop there. In the Dragon Ball Super movies, we saw Broly unleash his human great ape and legendary Super Saiyan forms, while Gohan surprised us all with his beast form. Let's not even get started on Piccolo's new forms. It's just too much, plain and simple. And here's the kicker. Individually, I actually prefer most of the modern transformations over the ones in Dragon Ball Z. But here's the thing about Dragon Ball Z. The villains were the ones rocking 3 or 4 different transformations, and it was up to the Z fighters to figure out how to beat them. That process took time, and as fans, we were left on the edge of our seats, wondering how they'd pull it off. Now, don't get me wrong, Dragon Ball Super still has some of that suspense, however. In Dragon Ball Z, the Saiyans had 7 transformations over 325 chapters. In Dragon Ball Super, 14 transformations in just 102 chapters. See the problem? And sure, Dragon Ball Super might be monthly while Z was weekly, but that doesn't change the fact that we're seeing power-ups left and right, and it's starting to feel like too much too fast. Dragon Ball Z took about 12 to 13 years to unfold, while Dragon Ball Super has only been around for about 5 or 6 years. And while Z managed to keep the Super Saiyan transformation relevant throughout the entire saga, Dragon Ball Super struggled to do the same with Super Saiyan Blue. It became obsolete pretty quickly. So, how do we fix this? Well, one solution could be to give characters more time with the forms they do achieve. But I'm sure you all have more creative ideas than that, so let me know in the comments. I'm genuinely curious to hear your thoughts. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe for more Dragon Ball related content, and I'll see you in the next one.